And right now I'm tossing my eggplant bait. It's got great action. Love this bait. I did put a few of them in the store. So if you want it, you can buy it over at the marina. So it's a really good bait. I even put instructions in there how to retrieve it. And it's extremely effective. I've got 4 different species on it. It's a good all-around bait. It's crazy looking though. That's it. That's why I call it my grapefruit, or my eggplant bait, because it looks like an eggplant. It's not purple. It is a sinking bait, just FYI. It's not float, which I find rather odd, but whatever. Look, Jeff got his boat fixed. Yeah, I like to fish around the marina at the very beginning. Catch a couple little ones. There are some big ones, but yeah, you never know. Few boats out here today, right now. The melee from 4th of July is over, I think. I see a lot less boats on the shorelines right now than we did last week. Yeah, 4th of July weekend. Always a busy weekend at a lake, especially when it's over 100 degrees, you know, in nearby cities. This one's a slow retrieve with lots of pauses. Come over to the smallmouth area. Let's see if we can get ourselves a smallmouth. I did bring some new baits with me, some poppers, and finesse size are small. Great for the small ones over here. So as we work the shorelines, we're going to switch my grapefruit bait over to my pop. Huh. Signal's good. A little etchy right now. Sketchy. Signal. It's popping in and out at the moment. I apologize for that. on this side. This is usually a largemouth area right here, this bay. And that bay, there's two rock quarries right there that'll work really good for the smallies. That swim dock is hugging the, that's not good. People gonna jump on that. Okay, let it sink for a second or two. And we're just gonna slow retrieve with pauses on this bait. Slow retrieve and pauses. And on the pause, get ready for a hit. Or not. Always be ready to get a hit. Always. That's the beauty of fishing, to be honest. Perfect. Is that it can happen any split second. That really is the fun part of fishing. It's the suspense of it all. Bottom of the lake. Vegetation, rocks. And smallies like rocks. And the water's 70 degrees, which is like perfect for top water. We are using it. So we'll switch it over because right along this shoreline is good smallmouth territory. So we're going to switch it over to a finesse popper that I just painted, and it's a feather tail. It's got the back hook. It's got a VMC feather hook. So I'm going to switch this out. New baits that I just made. Of course, these are available in the store because, you know, one for sale or one for me, four for sale, type of thing. A lot of shallow dives in here too. I just stuck them in a bag. My tackle boxes weren't in my shop. Okay. So this is the poppers. Are easy to work. Good beginner bait for a lot of people. Very effective. And you get blow-ups. And that is just plain old fun. Hard time with this snap. There it goes. All right, you got it. All right, now we're just going to. Hey, Scotty. Spina, fishing fun. Faith, how are you, buddy? All right. So now we're just going to toss this baby. And we're just going to pop it. We're just walking it. And you'll pause it. It is a floating bait, so it'll stay on top. You walk it, pause, walk it. It's a very slow retrieve bait. Pop and pause, pop and pause. And believe it or not, those fish, they just come up from bottom. And they attack it. Hopefully. I have a darker one too. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's a gorgeous one. I'm going with the lighter one right now. More frog-like. Sometimes they chase it to the boat and they scare the crap out of me and they jump up, break surface right in front of me. I hate that. I set the hook out of pure fear at that point. That's what I do. It's scary. It startles me. Beautiful this morning. I love it after the holidays, you know, the crowds leave and it's just so much nicer. You know, the deer are out here, and the raccoons, and the birds. I love that. I don't have to cast in between swimmers. Which I do. And they look at me like, don't hit me. Don't swim here. I don't really. I think that. We have designated swim zones, swimming areas, and they're roped off. But people don't want to go to those areas. Just pop and pause. Make that thing splash. Make it look like something is dying up on the surface. You do not do a straight retrieve on these. I always bite my lip. It's very important to bite your lip because if you bite your lip, you catch a fish eventually. Talk to it, and eventually it works. There are some big smallies on this shoreline. Caught almost a 3-pounder the other day, Friday. A little further up though. I use Gamakatsu hooks on these. Very effective hooks, although this one's got a feather tail, so it's a VMC. It's a VMC hook. Gamakatsu up front, VMC on the back. Oh, there we go. Turned away, and we got one. First fish of the day. Little guy. Just a little baby. Smallmouth. Oh, there he goes. Fell off. Okay. Just a baby smallmouth. All right. Again, this is smallmouth territory, so because of the rocky bottom, all the way up to Aspen. So, one smallie so far, not bad. I love smallmouths. Even a little smallmouth feels good, you know, on a light rod like this. This might be a best rod. you pop it, you create slack. When you're popping, it's actually a pretty good idea. Have that little bit of slack as they grab it and dive. And that little guy hit it on the pause. So I looked away for a second, looking at that boat where they were. They're actually in bass territory, so they must be working for bass because that's not too deep there. I'm just going to work this shoreline. We get to the really sweet spots pretty soon. Get some bigger ones. You never know. There's babies, there could be mama's papas, you know? Get a lot of babies. He was a little braver than usual, although he wasn't too small. He was just small. Really, the best topwater baits to learn with are poppers and whopper ploppers and wakes. The last one you want to try is really a walking bait. Yes, I am using my handmade, it is not soft baits, I'm using a popper. And I'm fishing for smallmouth bass right now, so this is what I'm using. This is my popper that I'm using with the feather tail on the back. Painted this one the other day, and I put 4 of them in the marina, but without the feather tails because they're expensive. Feather tails are expensive, and I didn't want to put them on there. It's $2.5 for these hooks, so it's like, so you can buy these for $10, I think, the popper. Marina, they're $10. Hand painted by me, with instructions handwritten by me. All right, we're going to come over here to these bushes over here. This bush line right here has got some cover in the water. There's some actually, I caught that 2.8 pounder on Friday over here. So we're just going to come over here to this bush line by the green gazebo. Really is actually pretty good. In fact, the green gazebo is a great marker point. I go ice fishing about 150 yards due perpendicular to this. Right out here, I go ice fishing. 16 feet deep at that point, and it's like the sweet spot for ice fishing in this lake. This whole lake freezes in the winter. You can see a lot of ice fishing videos on my channel. We're at Lake of the Woods. Last year was a lousy ice fishing season. We didn't have ice. Restrung this rod yesterday with 6-pound pea line fluoro. So I think I had a bad batch of 4-pound. So I got some 6-pound. Fluorocarbon is completely invisible to fish in water. It has the same refraction properties of water. Can't see it in the water. Makes a great leader, makes a great line, as long as you get good quality. Never buy Cast King fishing line, ever, 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 ever. It's a terrible line. Preferred is pea line and pepper. Nothing worse when I catch a fish next to a bank fisherman that's fishing. And I will tell you too that fishing from a boat towards shore is more productive than fishing onshore, away from shore. The way you retrieve the direction of the bait. I'll stay here for a minute. I like this spot. Giving up, he's actually in a great spot. He just doesn't know it. Just depends what he's throwing. You throw this like right next to the shoreline. Oh, there we go. We got one. Oh, missed it. Had him. Right next to the shoreline too. That thing fell inches from the beach. Let's see if we can get his attention again. Nice little blow up. It wasn't a big one. Maybe half-pounder. But fun. Gotta love blow-ups. Gotta love the blow-up. There you go, Mike. No breeze, no current, a little bit of a ripple on the lake, which which is what you want. You want a little bit. You don't want too placid of water. Glad I set that hook right. This is just a little finesse popper with a feather hook on the back. It gives it a little bit more length. Make this go a little faster. To another spot. There's all good spots right here, to be honest. What you guys saying? This is where I get a hit. I'll leave it out there for a sec. Hey, Frenzy, Declan, Case. I'm fishing for smallmouth at the moment, and I'm using one of my poppers. It's a finesse green popper with a green feather tail on the back of it. It's a finesse popper, and I'm using my BFS setup, which is a Shimano Aldebaran reel and 7.5 foot light Cajun trigger custom rod, 6 pound fluorocarbon P line, and that's what we're using. The best time to, there's an osprey, to fish the shoreline before people start swimming. Because water's over 70 degrees, so people come here to swim and cool off it, because the nearby towns are going to be over 100 degrees today. So they come to the lake and jump in. Go jump in the lake. right to the shoreline. Smallies love hugging the shore. No food there. These little water trampoline. They treat this place like their private swimming pool. They leave their toys out and stuff, and instead of taking them back to their campground. I find that annoying. I really, really do. I get very annoying. I don't know if you guys do, but I do. See what you're saying. Do you eat the I do not. I catch and release. It is a beautiful place. Landed one smallmouth and then had a blow up. I lost him. So, but yeah, this is right there is Mount McLaughlin. It's kind of an iconic mountain in Oregon, and pretty much I fish all around it. Lakes all around that mountain. It's a very common sight for me fishing. Doesn't matter where I am, I see Mount McLaughlin. It is always there. It is a beautiful lake. Can't get tired of this lake. You get tired of some of the people that visit it. But that's rare. I love our guests here. Most of them are very, very respectful and very kind. And some are selfish, like that family that leaves all their toys out there. You got 3 PWCs, a boat, and a trampoline. And they think this is their personal. Boy Scouts are in it. Oh, there we go. We got one. We got another one. Here we go. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Nice little smallmouth. Just a little guy. Or largemouth. Wow. I didn't expect you. You felt like a smallmouth. You fought pretty good for a largie. Just a little guy. 6-7 inches. Quarter pounder. So there you go. Largemouth. Wipe my hand off. He's slumming it with the smallies today. Little blow up. He actually grabbed it from underneath. I saw the blow up a little bit, but not nothing of size. But even a quarter pounder feels pretty good on a light tackle. I'll tell you, if there is one thing that can increase the joy of fishing, it's going with an ultralight. Doesn't matter what you catch; it feels big and it's exciting, and you just have a better time catching something. It's more fun. I mean, I have different rods for different size baits, of course, but I always love my ultralight. When I'm going smallmouth, I go ultralight. We got 2 in the boat today so far. Right where I wanted it, right in that hole. But nothing hit it. As much as I thought it was a great cast, the fish didn't agree with me. It's pop, pause, pop, and pause. I mean, they will hit it on movement, but you give them an opportunity. On a pause, they'll take it if they're hunting it. It's a good bait. And I slowed it down with my thumb because I was going too far. I'll pull that up. There's a little loop there. There we go. Little loop. You can feel it on your thumb. You know, one thing about a bait caster is that you're really working the spool with your thumb a lot. And you can feel any kind of irregularity in the spool. You want to make sure that you pull it out so you don't backlash, which is horrible. It just takes a lot of time sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. This particular reel is a benchmark reel. It's a $450 reel. And it doesn't backlash easily, but it will backlash. So any company that says no more backlashes, they're liars. And I've said that over and over and over again, because a lot of companies say that. You can backlash anything. I know I can. And every pro backlashes, so don't worry, it's not a matter of lack of skill. Sometimes the line just wants to do what it wants to do. Sometimes the wind catches it or something like that. It changes the trajectory of the bait, and it backlashes. I actually trim my cast with my thumb. If I see it going too far, I'll just trim it with my thumb, break it a bit. Now they're in the trout area. That other boat is in the trout area. Trout are anywhere from 10 to 30 feet down, but more than likely 20 to 30 feet is where the bulk of the trout are right now. So a good old water bobber filled up. Works really good right now. You can catch a ton. So my boat is a Sea Eagle Fold Cat. Probably the best boat they make, in my opinion. You can fit it with everything. I have a live well at got side imaging viewfinder. I've got my tackle center. I've got everything in this boat. There's truly nothing lacking, except for somebody in the front seat. I always fish by myself. I invite people, but I do long days fishing, and a lot of people aren't up for long days fishing. I mean, I like fishing 10 hours or longer. First on, last off type of thing, you know? Follow. I follow it. First on, last off. Or philo, first in, last off. I don't know. Whatever acronym you want to use. I do have new baits in the store today. Here at the Lake of the Woods at the marina. We're gonna go up to Aspen, and we're gonna cut across over to the Boy Scout Club where all the kids are. They have a lily pad area that I like to hit. There's some decent bass over there, largemouth of course, and so we're basically working this smallmouth line here. We'll break out some of those large swim baits, and we'll be working those over there. And people think I'm nuts for throwing 6 to 8 inch baits in this lake, but as you can see on Friday, I actually, they work. And people, big baits catch big fish. You just don't catch as many fish. We've had 3 blow up on here too in the boat, but on the smaller bait. Small baits catch more fish. It's just the way it works because there's more small fish in the lake than large fish. A tiny fingerling just jumped out of the water on it. Whoop! Looks like a dolphin. Little fingerling. Smallmouth. A lot of babies. This is supposed to spawn, so you still got huge schools of baby bass in this lake. And, the smallmouth or the bass are natural fish for this lake, not trout. People come here for trout because they stock so many of them in the lake, so they're easy to catch. They're all farm trout. Even the brown trout. There is a video of me catching like an 8 to 9 pounder in this lake. And, but those were planted here as fingerlings. Small fries. Small fries. Let's see what you guys saying. I gotta put my glasses on. Yep, caught a couple on the end of the boat. I am throwing a bait that I painted. It is a finesse popper, small popper, on my BFS with, this is the bait I'm fishing with. And I actually have two brands of hooks because I have that feather hook. That's a BMC hook. That's a Gamakatsu up front. I prefer Gamakatsu over any other hook. But some people, prefer other brands. BMC is a good brand. It's a beautiful hook. You have the feather on it, and it elongates it without adding weight, and gives it more swim action on top of the water. And because of elongation, it's more attractive to larger fish. And, so you hope that adding a swivel to the back of it or a feather hook, you catch it increases the size of your catch. So we're going to just work Aspen Point a little bit in the bay there, the little cove. I'd never catch anything beyond a pound and a half over here. And largemouth. No, I caught a 2-pounder, 2.5-pounder once. And then this is also about right where I'm at. I caught that 9-pound brown. It was right after they stocked a bunch of legal size trout. This time of year, the stocking schedules lifted because the water's too warm. Put a bunch of cold water fish in warm water, they just become floaters. Even though this lake's at 4,000 feet, 71 degree water right now. There's some nice little holes in the steps down on the bottom here. Fish like to hide out in. So now we're back into largemouth territory. Just heading into it, so this is kind of like the border between largemouth and smallmouth. I always forget I have coffee, you know? I get so enthralled with my fishing. I forget to drink and eat all day. I don't know if they even call Boy Scouts anymore. Scouting America, because I got girls now. I don't know. Girl Scouts still exist, though. Kids are in their little tents. Yeah, we're coming here. This is a good point to bank fish right here. Doesn't get real deep, but there are some drop-offs here. In fact, I always tell people come over to the Aspen area in order to fish. If you just want kids to catch fish, throw a jig out here, or a spinner or something. Probably a jig. Or this time of year, topwater. Make our way around the point here into the cove. We'll catch probably some babies. I don't know. I'll probably catch some babies. This is heavy vegetation right here. That's why the largemouth enjoy it so much. It's a good spawn area too for the largies. That's why you get a lot of babies over here. And we'll make our way over to the other side. We'll troll. We'll get a shallow body or a shallow dive Yeah, I've got a black magic swank. That's a good trolling bait because it sort of stays at 3 feet or so. Sorry, guys. Got a tickle in my throat. Okay, we'll get one in the boat for you. Just get into this little cove. Get a good cast towards those docks over there. Some docks that have just floated that people, these are residents that just don't collect their own property. It's not going to be a big one, but fun to see it blow up there. See this? I mean, there's vegetation like 12 inches from the surface here. Real close to the shore, but should be able to get a small bass over here. I got a micro popper, whopper plopper. I'll call it my whopper plopper popper on one of my rods, on my spinning rod. It does real good too. Oh well. Just working the clock here. Make our way out a little farther. Anybody say anything? Everybody tells me, read, Mike, read. Oh, I've already answered that. Okay. I read. I just have to put my glasses on and stuff like that. And I'm blind. time to start trolling. We'll use the black magic for our troll. I love swings. I wish I could find these blanks. But a swink has that L bill on it, and probably the best design I've ever seen in a bait is this thing called Black Magic by 6 Cents. It's black with this blue and then the chartreuse belly. Extremely effective. Very, very effective. So this is a Cajun rod still, but this is my Atwood. This is my heavy. And I'm using Abu Garcia Max Pro, which just did a review on it. The Atwood, hands down, best rod in the Cajun lineup. I don't know what they did differently. It's just so darn good. This is my heavy. They do make a medium heavy as well. And one day I'll replace my Loomis Edge HX Pro with a, well, actually I'll replace my Black Bayou Cajun with an Atwood Bridge. That's my medium heavy. Great backbone on this cast with a flick of a wrist. You can cast them on. So now we're just going to troll this bait across the lake to the other side. There are lily pads and stuff over there. Good vegetation, and let's see if the lilies are hitting. And then we're going to go to my topwater stuff, which is my preferred frog is Toad Thumper. The Toad Thumpers are the best frog for the best hookup ratio. Although, if I skin hook any of my soft plastic swim baits, that works really good too. And I can just toss them out there. Only 9 feet all the way across, so not deep. This part of the lake is a plateau. Deepest part of this lake is just over 60 feet. The average depth of this lake is 17. There's really a good spot far from the shore, by those buoy markers. That big bass, I've got some nice sized bass over there. So we'll see what happens when we get over there. If we stall and I'll fish it. We'll see. It was a very good reel. For $80, $90, this Abu Garcia Max Pro is a very, very, very good reel. Probably the best I've ever used at this price point. I've got really nice reels, of course. I've got the Shimano Aldebaran, which I just finished using. And then I've got the SLX XT, which is about a $120 reel. And then the Pissy Fun Carbon X spinning reel, probably my favorite spinning reel ever, for $60, $50. It's a great spinning reel. I try to stay fairly affordable. I treated myself with the Aldebaran, and because I love BFS so much, which is an acronym for Bait Finesse System. It's just basically able to cast super light bait with a bait caster. Typically, you only do super light bait with a spinning reel. So most of my stuff is fairly, even my Cajuns, this is affordable, relatively speaking. This is $180 on sale. The Atlet, it's up against stuff that are $500. So it all depends what you're comparing. The triggers are about $120, which are 2 of the rods down there. That Gary Loomis Edge is $350 rod. Waste of money, in my opinion. It's a good rod, don't get me wrong. It's a waste of money. You could get an Atlet. You can get 2 Atlets for the price of 1 Edge. And it's my favorite rod. There's no reason to buy Gary Loomis eggs. None that I know of. I did it just because I wanted to try a different American-made carbon fiber rod, and I had, I wanted the carbon fiber grips and stuff, but I'd rather have 4A cork. 4A cork grips have more of a grip to it than those carbon fiber grips. Carbon fiber is supposed to give you the sensation of feeling the bite through the grip, but I can feel that in these 4A. It's a very dense cork. Now on the other rods by Cajun, they use 3A cork, and it's more of an insulator. But because of the denseness of this particular cork, it will transmit, that through there. Now, carbon fiber grips, it will transmit, but it's got a nice texture, but it still can get slippery. So I don't. I wanted to try it. I bought it. I tried it. I have it. It's my medium. Medium's usually your best all-around rod, medium heavy, but I do a lot of light tackle stuff, so it's not really a heavily used rod, fortunately, by me. I'm kind of bipolar on my baits, tiny and really big. And so heavy, ultralight. And really the Cajun Trigger 7.5 footer, that's your ultralight. The rest of them are light. It really is a fantastic rod. That's what I got on the Aldebaran. And Cajun stands behind their stuff for life. Unlike Gary Loomis, which has the name, but they don't stand behind their stuff for life. And then if you do try to use a warranty and run it, it takes a year. These guys are awesome. Cajun's fantastic. Good company. No hits yet, not even a bite on the way over. But we're just starting, and about 100 yards we'll be in the bass territory, the largemouth territory. And they've got good heavy vegetation over here. And so we might get something when we get in about 100 yards or so. Split the difference between me and that buoy out there, that buoy marker. And we might get some nice hits. We'll see. We're making our way over to the lily pond. But if I get a real good hard hit, we might just stop and fish the area. And this is one of those baits that is just too darn good. So now we're transitioning from smallmouth to largemouth. And I'm going to put on one of my 6-inch swim baits, skin hook it, and throw it on top of the lily pads, believe it or not. It's an extremely versatile bait. You can top water it, you can lily pad it, you can swim it at any depth. It's a slow sink. It's a fantastic bait. Oh, there we go. That was a hard hit. That was a hard hit. I told you we might get a hard hit. That was a hard hit. I know. There's a bigger bait too, so it's a 77. So I know my lake, man. I've got this whole lake memorized. I'm starting to see some nice fish underneath us here. It's Mount McLaughlin. I'm going to switch this out for one of my swim baits. Out here we can catch some pretty big bass. This is a 6-inch soft with a Owner Beast 8/0 hook on it. That's what we're throwing. I did not pack a lot of these. Did I? We can go, we could out here totally do my 7.5-inch wake bait. Love that bait. It's one of my favorite baits. And when I use this bait, I gotta watch out for the osprey and the eagles, the bald eagles, because that's an osprey right here. He's hunting over here, and he will dive on this bait. And you don't want to catch an osprey. And I've caught birds before. This is a 7.5-inch wake bait, double jointed. And when you use this, you got to look up, make sure no ospreys are around, or if they take notice of it, reel it in as fast as you possibly can, because they love this bait. My favorites, one of my favorites. I see the ospreys. I got one to the right, one straight ahead. I think he's noticing it. He's coming at me. Now he's found something else. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh my God, big blow up, guys. Big blow up. This is a good size one. I told you it was one of my favorite baits. Oh, he's a bucket mouth. You're gonna have to tire him down a little bit. He's a big one. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh my God, I broke my rod. Dang it. I broke the rod. Stop it. Dang it. Can't believe I snapped that rod. I'll tell you, they will give me another one. It'll be a couple weeks. All right, guys. Here's the catch of the day right here. Nice big bucket mouth. We'll weigh it. Where's my scale? I have a scale somewhere. Oh, there it is. Back in the water for a second. All right, so there he is. Oh, there he is. Can we switch it? All right. So there he is. Yes, I can catch fish. All right, we have to weigh it. I broke my rod though. Son of a gun. My favorite rod. I broke my rod. I don't want to break my rods. All right. Let's put him down there. Let's step on this thing. Get my scale out. My guess, 2.5, maybe 3 pounds. That's my guess. Never. Lose my gift. All right. All right. Easy. There he comes. Let's give him a weight. Let's see what he weighs. And we'll let him go. Don't want to hurt you. Can't believe I broke my rod. Oh, that's kilograms. I want pounds. There we go. 2.5 pounds. 2.5 pound. Anyway, take a picture of it on my. There we go. I think it's recording. Yeah, it is. 2.5 pounder. There you guys go. There you go. At the expense of a rod. There he goes. Dang it. Can't use these baits now. I have no other rod to throw them on. not put a medium heavy in my boat. So we're going to go with the Loomis medium. And use a walking bait. It was a nice catch. Thanks, Wild Man. Jessica, yep, get fish in the next 5 minutes. I will donate $10. Oh. All right, well, we're going to use a walking bait now. This is one I caught a 3-pound smallie on Friday. Actually, this is a lot of the baits I paint that I keep are screwed up paint jobs. Fish don't care. Fish don't care. You guys do. When you buy my paints, you want to see a perfect paint job. Fish don't care. they'll hit anything that and that was a big blow up, guys. Man, that was a fun one. This one's not walking on top of the water. It's caught up, I think, in the hole. One thing about a pencil bait, or spooks, they do sometimes flop on their on the line. But hey, if you're gonna break a rod, might as well do it on a big fish, right? I told you, away from the shore here, you can catch some decent sized fish. Really can. Forward bit. I think we drifted a little far out of the strike zone. There they are. Walking bait takes technique. I mean, you're working the rod tip all the time. Man, I hate breaking a rod. I really do hate breaking a rod. I think I have my medium heavy in the truck, so maybe after lunch I'll grab my medium heavy. I think I got it in the truck. I'm not sure. All right, I'm on the clock here, man. So put me on the clock. 10 minutes. Although every cast I throw, I think I'm going to catch one. You know that, don't you? But you got to admit, that was a fun one. Got to watch out for that osprey. He's coming to me. I got to wait for him to pass, because he will dive on this. There is a video of me saving an osprey that did dive on a bait. Fortunately, not my bait. My favorite video on my YouTube channel. That's my frogging rod that we just broke. Okay, spook's not getting it. 9 o'clock. We'll go with a jointed bait. Unfortunately, I can't go with my monsters. Where is it? Yep, there it is. We'll have another walk. I like this. I know, I'm thinking. I really wanted to use those out here. Square bills. Ooh. All right, buddy. I know I only got a few minutes left on your challenge, but jointed jerkbait. I've done very well with this in the past. We're out in the middle of the lake, and put my glasses on because I'm blind as a bat. Got a lot of fish with this bait. One day it was like my guarantee bait. On the clock. Probably got a minute or two to go. Let's see if this old faithful works. Man, I hate that rod is down. Get my medium heavy. I could throw those baits with my medium heavy. It's in the truck. I know, I'm working on it. Say, everybody's seeing something. 3 minutes, 1 minute left. Timer went off. Oh well, I tried. I tried. Oh well. Not good under pressure. Fishing is not about pressure. It's just not. Fishing is the lack of pressure. I just lost a $200 rod. It's under warranty, so $25 I gave him the one. Man, it's my favorite rod though. I love fishing with that rod. Such a good backbone. The tip broke on it. the weight of the fish. And I probably should have given it more slack. I don't know. Wasn't in the net securely enough for me to pull, give it slack. Let me head over to the lily pads over here. This is a 12-pound test on this. I probably shouldn't do it. We're going to put a frog on this and work the lily pads because we're over here. And that was our goal, besides catching a big fish, which we did. We caught a big fish. But, man, spit, as my brother-in-law would say. Spit. See a lot of fish jumping. These are all just baby bass that are hitting the surface right now. We're trolling that jointed jerk. So we're going to put on a toe thumper on this, and we're going to have to play the lily pads smart, because anybody who's worked at lily pads, yeah, that wasn't a bite. That was just grass. That was just grass. Anybody who has done lily pads, you know that when the fish blows up on it, they like to dive, and you just don't want them to gather a lot of salad, because it's a 12-pound test. There's only so much strain and tension this line can get. So we're going to put you back. Grab me a toe thumper. And we're doing something that I shouldn't do, probably. But we're going to do it. The toe thumper. This is one of many that I have. They mold their hooks into the body like that, so to be honest, you can run your finger across the top, you won't even hook yourself. But the body is a really good density of plastic, and it collapses really good with a bite, and it's just a good bait. Very good bait. Okay. You can tell me that I warned myself. This is a walking bait. You have to get closer to the lily pads. Yeah, there's walker and poppers. Oh, I just saw one blow up over there. Right. Let's see if he stays. Oh, blew up on it, just a little bit. It was just a little guy. He wasn't going to get a good bite. This black chartreuse frog is one of my favorites. Got a lot of fish in the lily pads with it. Hollow bodies are not heavy, so you can use a medium rod with them. Thing is, they like to dive, and you got to get those bass right up on top of the. You got to surf them right on top of the lily pads as soon as you can set the hook. As soon as you set the hook, you need to get that baby up. And one thing about soft bodies, you just don't set the hook on the blow up, or else you'll just pull the bait right out of their mouth. They literally have to turn on it, and then you can set the hook. The thing about soft bodies, just hollow bodies, is just frustrate a lot of fishermen. Satisfaction. Working lily pad. Oh, there we go. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. He didn't even have it in his mouth. Oh, that was a good blow up. Good 2-pounder. Oh, that was a little guy. Oh, there's a lot of bass in here. Let me see if I could turn this camera angle around. Maybe you guys can see a blow up. So, watch it. Watch it, guys. Watch it. There he goes. There he goes. I think we got him. I think we got him. Oh. No, I got a bunch of grass. I got a bunch of grass. He's not on it. All right. There, I got it out. Dang it. Maybe you get a bite, squeeze. Oh, a lot of water in this. Yeah, he squeezed it pretty good. All right, so you guys did see it. I'm just going to keep working this area. I didn't want my heavy to go bad. I'm using a medium here. Four blow-ups. These pads are active today. See if you guys see it blow up again. It's dead center. You saw it fall, hopefully. Little blow up to the right of it. Little guy. Just walk it, some pauses, like a popper. Like a popper. Just every once in a while, make sure you squeeze it out, make sure it's got no water. Lily pad fishing is not an easy thing, guys. The technique is easy. Landing them, that's a different story. Very different story. So I have very good respect for anybody who catches anything in the lily pads. Oh, you know what bait I could use on this? It's my other swim bait, small one. I could do that. Skin hook that. I wonder if I have any. I wonder if I have any. I think they're wising up to me. It's okay. When they get wise, we got to get wiser. And I got to see if I've got one of my smaller swim baits with me. Skin hook that. It's not one I made. Skin hook it. Yep, we can work this one right on top. So we're going to switch it up. Instead of a hollow body, we can go with a soft plastic swim. But when you do this, you got to skin hook it. You know, what that means is you take the tip of the hook and bury it into the top of the bait. So it doesn't catch. So it doesn't catch the grass. And that's real important. You gotta always check your skin hooks too, just like you do with water in a soft body. Make sure come undone. This thing looks like a sardine. But brown is actually a pretty good color. So we take our hook, and even though we skin hook it right there, we bury that hook in there. Now we've got something that is impervious to weeds, believe it or not. And we can throw it out there, and we can immediately start swimming it on top of the water. Now this is an immediate hook set instead of a hollow body. We have to wait a half second to a second to set the hook. This one has an immediate hook set. And then when you get to the edge, let it sink. And then swim it away. Swim this thing away now. As soon as it hits the lily pads, I'm going to walk it on top of the lily pads, splashing, making sure this thing creates a lot of ruckus. I don't want it to sink though, because then we just get a bunch of weeds. top of the water. It wants to sink, but I don't want it to. I want the bite on top of the water. There's a harsh drop off right here, right on the side of this lily pads. We're going to let it sink. We're going to swim it right along the edge here. That's just a little bite. Want something a little bigger. This is like a nice little straight retrieve when I let it sink. So let it swim. Got a 5/0 hook on it, so other guys can try. Check my skin hook. Good. Okay, dance it on top of the water. Let it sink right on the edge. Bass are smart. Break out the spider in a second. Bugs, 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 bugs. All right, lunker hunt. We're gonna go with the lunker hunt spider. It's a 1/4 ounce, little thing, but it walks on top of the water so beautifully, and you do catch a lot of lily pad fishing with it. So it's so light. There, that's it. Fun to throw near a swimmer. Very fun to throw near a swimmer. Spider. Yeah, those guys. Coming around. Okay, come on, lunker. It has a good hookup. Oh, dang it. gosh, not much. This, you just sort of walk it right across the water. Pads, the pads. It looks like a spider. I mean, it just looks like it's just crawling. Only a small bass can get this one. It's got like 3-aught hooks, looks like. About that size, maybe 2-aught. It is the coolest bait to throw out there. It does fill with water fast. Where's my fish? They're blowing up when we got here. Not blowing up now. Well, I'm going to give up on these lily pads at the moment. I have to get my medium heavy out of my truck out at lunch and get that. I can get back to the big giant baits because that black bayou can do it. Okay, going back to the BFS. Oh, whoa! Somebody wrote something big. Oh, I like to braid a line with an 8-pound leader. Float baits and weights. The braided line works real well. It does. Cuts the weeds, grass. Yep. Hey there, Robert. Just checking in. Oh, you caught a big one. I don't know how far back it is, but probably about 45 minutes back ago. So we're going to go back to my BFS. We can catch a big one on this, but I can't do it in the weeds because this 6-pound test. And we're just going to... That was a fun catch. Ticks me off that I lost my rod, though. Broke my rod. My favorite rod. Scout America camp. Oh. abandon that cast. It's like, oh no, I'm going the wrong spot. Dang it. Why am I doing that? I'm a better caster than that. Go around these guys. Really going for that big surrender. Got no rock for it. No, I do not have my medium heavy in this truck. Fishing with you guys. Morning. It's going really good this morning. Yeah. Far enough from these guys. Can't let these guys down. There's so much wood underneath the surface here. A ton of cover here. And you just gotta keep them above it. And especially the 6-pack test. We're going to one of my favorite trees, so right about right. It does cut through the grass really good. You don't need to put a leader on, topwater stuff. You really don't. If you have a topwater, I can go straight braid if you want. Coming up to my tree. This is a trim tree that's about 100 feet long underneath the surface. And sometimes there's some really good bass hiding under there. And typically when you pick colors for your water, clear water, bright colors, but not always true. I'm going to switch this bait up to a darker bait. This is another bait I painted, and we're going to go with a darker popper. The color transition in this next bait is, you won't be able to see it very well, but it is really the most beautiful bait. Ignore. So this particular popper is one I painted. It's in 3 colors, but I doubt if you'll be able to see it. And they're all, 2 of the colors is color shifting. And it's gorgeous, actually. It is a green, sort of that forest green that I enjoy. But green to gold is what it is. But there are a lot of different colors in there, about a half a dozen colors. And it is, well, one of my favorites. Great paint job on it. I do say so myself. That is a beautiful bait, guys. So we're going to use this. It's a darker color, but much more reflective color than the green we just threw. No feather tail on this one. This is just the bait itself. Can't believe I broke my favorite rod. This is my second favorite rod. We're not breaking 2 rods today, man. Lake's gone placid on me. Lake has gone placid on me. scared me. Startled me. Come out a little farther. Get into the grass. Seems to be our best bet right now. Instead of the wood. Sometimes, you stick to the shore because, well, that's kind of your habit. You got to get away from it sometimes, and work the grass line away from the shore. Like when we caught that big bass, I mean, we weren't even close to shore. That was just grass. He was just enjoying life until I caught him. And we're still in 10 feet of water here, so I mean, we do have a drop off straight ahead, but we want to get into what's living in this grass. That's what we want. I mean, I'm glad I caught it. But tell you, that 7.5-inch wake bait, it's magic. And I got nothing to throw it with today. Got nothing to throw it with right now because I did not put my medium heavy in the truck. No, I didn't. I love topwater fishing. Okay, I do not want to go to the drop-off, so we're going to sort of work this grass line up until I get to the area I can cut across and keep the grass line on me, underneath me. Got a water skier coming. know, that 7.5-inch wake bait, I improved the hooks on them, and boy, it just works wonderful. Those Gamakatsu one-outs are sharp as a tack, sharper than. Okay, and I'm going to start cutting over to the other side. Okay, I'm going to pull this guy in. I'm going to go back to my medium. Do some trolling across. This is nice. We'll take your little lunker hunt off. It is a very cool bait, guys. And it's very effective. I'm going to go with one of my wake baits. This guy right here. I painted it like the Black Magic, but they don't make one this small in a wake bait, so I took one of my blanks and duplicated the pattern. It works really well. And if you're to buy any cool bait besides mine, buy 6 cents Black Magic. They are effective and they're smart, really smart baits when it comes to a paint scheme. All right, so you guys, see, I haven't even looked to see what you guys are saying. Feels good. Always check your drag. All right, been so nice and cool here in Medford. No, it hasn't. Timmy, go back. You see that 2.5 pounder that I broke my rod on? You got to go back on it. It's been hotter than devils. What do you grow in your garden? I love tomato. So do I. Try fishing with feeders. It's good. Girl. We're trolling only on a 1, so I mean, but this is a really good wake bait. Should catch something on the way over. Yeah, they're having fun. Stuck. I keep forgetting I have something to drink. Coffee. and water. So you guys probably didn't notice that I'm losing weight. Although I have cheekbones again instead of, cheeks. So lost 30 pounds. Depending on the day. It was 32 yesterday. It's 30 pounds today. So. My goal is another 80 pounds, believe it or not. So 25% of the way there. That's what I'm working on. Still 14 feet. Come on, something bite it. I don't know if we're prime real estate here. Broke my rod on a bucket mouth earlier. We landed it, weighed it, took pictures of it. So, an hour and a half ago, I don't know, I didn't even look at the time, but threw my favorite 7.5-inch wake bait, and it was first cast, man. That thing it's a killer. It's a killer bait. And I got nothing to throw it out again with. Love that bait. Go over to Rainbow Bay. Throw that lunker hop over those lily pads. Dang it. I didn't even bring my medium heavy today. Tomorrow. plan on coming back out tomorrow. It just depends on my health. 2 days in a row fishing is hard on me. Doesn't sound like it would be, right? Because you look what I'm doing. But it is. It's perfect though right now. You really can't ask for a better moment. Except for a 5-pounder to hit this ultralight. That would be awesome. I can get it. You could catch any size with this, but this is a medium. It's about the light. Now we're getting back into the smallmouth territory. I'm going to switch over to my BFS and that popper. I'm going to work the shoreline that way again. Different popper this time. And see if we can gather ourselves a decent sized smallmouth. I'll tell you, smallies are the best fibers. Catch the same size smallmouth, it's gonna feel so much bigger than that thing did. Yeah, I think I messed up on that. I don't know. Water's 71.5 degrees. It's a casting range. Back to my BFS and the popper. Shiny popper. I don't know how I ever fish with this one fishing rod. I really don't. good out there, fish. Sound like the rhythm of it. Morning. Smallmouth. There's a lot of smallies over here. Got a 3-pounder there Friday, right where you were.
Do you fish on the other side?
I fish all over.
Yeah, I've heard that those cabins over there got buddies that fish for largemouth over there.
Well, this right here is because of the rocky bottom, the smallies like it more. But anywhere there's a vegetation is going to be largemouth.
Yeah.
So I mean, I caught a 2.5-pounder earlier out there off, a few hundred yards off the shoreline. But there's a lot of vegetation out there,
Yeah.
and the water's real warm right now, so the top water's hitting pretty good.
Nice.
So use popper, wake bait, pop, a plopper or a spoon.
Yeah, I got a few of those whopper ploppers in my bag.
They work real good this time of year.
All
We're
right.
at 71, 72 degrees surface temp.
Well, then I appreciate it.
Yeah, no,
Good luck.
and it's fun to see a blow up.
Oh, yeah, it is. That is the funnest, man. I got them hooked in the top water a couple years ago. They're hooked.
Oh yeah, no, it's the best. July's my favorite month to fish.
Yeah. Well, good luck, man. I hope you
You too. There's big smallmouth right there. Oh, there we go. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Got a little bit of a blow up on that. Wasn't paying attention. Looking ahead and not at my bait. That's the way it always works, right? And that's the way it always works. Look away and you get a blow up. Goes to shore. I have to go to my truck, put this rod in, and I have to, I need some other things too. Because I really wasn't expecting to do some baits today. But we're going to have to adapt. I didn't bring all my rods. Maybe it'll be 5, but I'm going to today. Pretty sure. Oh, dang it. Every time I turn away from it, I get a blow up. You know, that really is the trick. Just turn your head. Turn your head and you get yourself a blow up. Doesn't mean you catch a fish, just means you catch a show yourself. Coming into the marina. Oh, baby duck is lost. That's baby duck crying for mama. Mama will find it. There he is. It's our baby duck crying for mama. Yep, mama's responding. She's over there. He's finding his way. Funny how it works, huh? And off he goes. Where's he at? I don't know. Okay, just put the broken rod in the truck. And grab a variety of different baits. Make sure that she's got those other baits in there. All right. We had one good one, really good one. So with the cost. All right, guys.